Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel and to this week's Plan With Me video. This week we are planning out the week of February 8th through to February 14th, which is of course the week of Valentine's Day or Valentine's Week or whatever you would like to call it. For some, it may just be yet another Hallmark holiday, which it is because essentially you should be loving up your loved one or significant other every day, not just for Valentine's Day. I don't know why I went and said that, like I'm some philosopher or something. Whatever. Let's move on. So the kit that I've decided to use for this particular week is a kit that I have had in my stash for some time now. It is actually from Sticky Essentials. Now, when I say I've had it in my kit for a long time, I've had it in my stash for long enough that I forget how long ago I purchased it, and I just know that I've had it sitting in there like in a sleeve gathering dust for the longest time. And when it came time to pull a kit for this particular week, I didn't have any kits that were like lovey or floral or pretty and pink or red, or like I basically didn't have a kit that sort of signified like love and romance and Valentine's Day or anything like that. So when I came across this one, I decided that it was the perfect time to utilize this kit. When you look at the clip art is definitely probably more focused at like galentines or like celebrating like being single or that sort of thing. But you know what? It's kind of cute. The colors are amazing. I particularly love that like a Merlot red crimson color throughout. Absolutely die for it. But it is all that I had. So that's what I went ahead and used. And look, the clip art is cute. So that's what we did. So the first thing that I do in this particular week's spread is I actually go through and lay out my sidebar first. So of course I put my washi down and put my glitter headers up top, and then I go through and do my sidebar. And that was because I had trouble deciding what full box I was going to use in that top left hand corner. But I ended up deciding to use the sort of basic pattern box. So it's just like a bouquet of flowers. Reason being is I wanted to layer over it a quote box. But when I went looking for quote boxes, particularly in rose gold, because that is the colored foil that I used for this particular spread, I realized that I didn't actually have any quotes in rose gold. So I have since gone and ordered some, and I will, at a later date when I eventually share some proper photos of the spreads, you will see that I do go ahead and put a quote box in that top left-hand corner. So in terms of my sidebar is pretty steady, pretty solid. It's the same thing that I do every week now, just because I find that that's what works for me, and that's what I like to do, and it's sort of something that I can flick back to, and sort of see things in a glance. So I go ahead and of course put in my socials. So I do my like little this week header. I put in my 2 boxes there. I use a YouTube icon from Planner Goddess Studio and an Instagram icon from Sticker Thief to track my socials. This particular week though, I didn't actually record my socials, so they will get left blank, but for the principle of what I use it for, that is what I did. I then put a little half box from the kit in underneath that, and pair that with an icon from the kit, and that was to mark that hubby and I actually had an appointment with our fertility specialist this week, which would essentially sort of make or break our future decisions around fertility and having a family and that sort of thing. So very important week. Below that, because I didn't have a spare full box for the kit, I did decide that I would just do like a little things or like memories at a glance. So I do go ahead and put a little things label in, and then I put a weekly tracker in and mark like little highlights or memorable things for the week. I'm then moving over and laying down my date headers, as you can see. So I do pair in some rose gold date dots from Harriet Wright Designs. And eventually, I think I do it right at the end, but you will see that I go ahead and use some rose gold like header overlays from Monique Plants, and they're just in the shapes of little hearts, and I put those on each and every glitter header. I also just did a little zoom in for you guys where I showed you that I'm using some overlays from Girl Boss Anna underneath everything. So I'm like laying them down as part of the base and then putting all of the other stickers above that. And I went with like a dusty pink holographic because I didn't know where my rose gold tape was. It's also the one that I've used the least, and I kind of figured, look, if I'm going to use a pink underlay tape or a pink overlay tape, whatever. it was the best week to use it because, hello, everything is about to be pink. So that is what we did. So you'll just see me have a bit of a struggle with those because no matter what I do, I can never seem to pull like an entire full box off without ripping it or without ripping a corner off or like breaking something. So yes, there is that. But I'm going to go ahead and start talking through the week because you all know that I'm going to catch up with myself and then I'm going to run out of time at the end. So let's go ahead and start. So on Monday, the first thing that I go ahead and mark is, of course, Coffee Monday. So I do that by using a little deco piece from the kit. And I just write that in my own handwriting because I've really been enjoying my own handwriting lately, which is weird because back in the day, I was always using scripts for like absolutely everything. So positive step forward. Below that, I use a flat lay sticker from Wednesday Planning, who unfortunately is no longer open, but I do have quite a few of her stickers left. So I use them where I can because I love them. But I do then carry that through the rest of the week. So the rest of the week on the working days, which is actually just Monday through Wednesday, I use those flat layers to mark in my work schedule or my work from home schedule, essentially. On Monday evening, I've gone ahead and marked in that I had a chilled out afternoon on the couch. So when I finished work, generally Mondays and Fridays are the busiest days of the weeks for us. So chilling out is a must, particularly on Monday. And Friday obviously is the end of the week, so I pretty much log off and like walk away from my computer. I can never speak when I do these things. I walk away from my computer and don't look at it again until Monday, or at least I try not to anyways, except for now when I'm filming a voiceover. Anyway, I'm on my laptop, it's a different computer, so I can kind of detach. Anywho, stop talking, Melissa. Go back to the plans. So I've just marked that in using a deco piece from the kit. Underneath that, I've marked in that I streamed that night because it was quite a while ago. Silly me didn't record what I streamed in that particular instance, which is a pain because that would be nice to look back on, but it is what it is. And I've just marked in streaming with a little Coffee Monsters Co. sticker icon. I do believe that those particular icons or characters that I've used are for YouTube, but I mean, look, at the end of the day, when you're streaming, you're wearing some headphones, you have a microphone or you have a microphone in your headpiece, like I do. So, I mean, he plays the part. So that is how I mark streaming. Again, I only streamed twice this week, so you'll only see that twice in the spread. Anyway, over on to Tuesday. Again, I just marked in my work from home schedule with a little flat lay sticker. Because I was grasping at things to fill it in during the first half of this spread, because you will notice that the first half of the spread is very sort of spaced out in comparison to the back end of the week. And that's just because it was Valentine's. So my husband had actually organized a bunch of activities from Thursday through to Sunday, essentially. So we did something every day from Thursday to Sunday to like celebrate Valentine's Day and just to spend time with each other and stuff. So it was a really busy like back end of the week, whereas the first part of the week was very sort of regular, predictable, boring, I guess you could say. So I really struggled to put things in the first half of the week. So I did actually put in a bill due or like a bill paid sticker on Tuesday from the kit, and that was just to mark in that my phone bill was due and paid on that day. Below that, I use a decorative sticker from the kit that's just like a little planner or like an open book. And I do mark in, or I use that to mark in that I had a Plan With Me binge. It has been a while. I fell out of the planner community for a while. So it was nice to be able to get back in and watch everyone's videos. And speaking of, I'm actually up to date with all of my friends' videos now. So if you do suggest or recommend anyone, please drop their names and or their YouTube links below so that I can check them out. And then below that, I use another Coffee Monsters Co. sticker to mark in that I streamed that night as well. Over onto Wednesday, I've used yet another flat lay to mark in my work schedule. I then pulled in an icon from the kit to mark that after work I did a bit of a tidy up of the kitchen. And then that afternoon, I've used an icon from Stella Bow and a script from Monique Plans to mark in that I also did some laundry. Below that, I use a flat lay sticker from Stella Bow to mark in that a Plan With Me video went live that particular evening. Over to Thursday, the little label sticker up the top there is to signify a day off, but for some reason I didn't fill that in. Underneath that, I've marked our specialist appointment. We didn't get the news that we wanted, but it is what it is. We've sort of progressed from there, and I will fill you guys in a little bit later. But I've marked that with a little whimsical cat crying girl there. On the way home from the specialist appointment, we stopped into McDonald's and I had a cup of coffee and some hotcakes because I needed it, because I was sad and because we hadn't eaten. When we got home that afternoon, I've used a Stella Bow Sticker Co mask to mark that I tried to nap, but I couldn't. That evening, my husband took me out for dinner to I guess you'd call it a local Italian restaurant, and I've just put a little spaghetti icon there. That was to signify that I did in fact have spaghetti for dinner, and it was delicious. And the sticker is from a store that's no longer open. After that, we then went to Time Zone, and I've just marked that in the kit, in the spread, with a little sticker there from Whimsical Cat Studio, and that is like an arcade game place for anyone who doesn't know. On to Friday, again, I had another day off. Below that, I've marked that I had wraps for lunch, and then I've used a little fox and cactus sticker there to mark that I did try to nap again because I was feeling really tired, but I was having a lot of trouble sleeping, and I think it was just a result of the appointment, and my mind was racing, and sleep wasn't great for a couple of weeks after that appointment. That evening, we went out to dinner to Mad Mex, so I've used a little burrito sticker from Marshmallow Studio to mark that, and then I've used a Plena Goddess Studio movie icon sticker with the movie marquee to mark that we went to the movies to see The Marksman, which was really good if you are interested in checking it out. On Saturday, I've marked sleeping in with a script from Stella Bow and a face mask from Stella Bow. Below that, I've put a takeaway coffee cup from Stella Bow, and that was to mark that particular day, our activity for the day was that we went out for breakfast. And I had an egg roll and hubby had the big breakfast. After that, we went to Coles to do some grocery shopping, and I've just used a sticker there from Plena Sticker AU. I've then used a little pet paw or a paw print sticker from Stella Bow to mark that we then went to Rebel, followed by Bunnings, and then to Petstock, which is a pet produce or supplies place. And then when we came home that night, we just had a really chill afternoon/evening. So I've just used a deco piece from the kit to mark that in. Over onto Sunday, it was of course Valentine's Day. So I've used a bouquet deco piece from the kit and placed that down and then layered over a Happy Valentine's Day script from Scribble Prints Co. that I've had for quite some time. I got that on a sampler a little while back. That day, the activity, I should have been saying this from Thursday onwards, but the activity for Sunday was that we actually went to the local zoo. It's been around for a year and a half now, I think, and it's about 40 minutes from where we live. So I've used a little kangaroo sticker there from Marshmallow Studio to mark that we spent the day at Western Sydney Zoo, and then I've just put a little extra thing there to say that it was super hot. So I actually got really, really badly burnt. Didn't feel it at the time, but when I came home and showered that night, I ended up looking like a tomato. It was awful, and I peeled 3 times in the space of 2 weeks. It was gross. Underneath that, I've marked that when we got home that day, so we spent the entire day at the zoo until closing. And then when we came home that night, I've marked that I watched the Valentine's Day movie with Ashton Kutcher in it, and I've just marked that with a little icon from the kit. I've then put a little things sticker in to mark that I had a nap, which was amazing. And then for dinner, we had Thai, so I just marked that in with another little things sticker. And then that night, the last thing that I chose to mark in was that I washed my hair, and I just used a little hair washing girl there from Sticker Thief. They are my favorite hair washing stickers. Love them, use them always. You guys know. But that's it for the spread. So that's everything, you guys. I will give you guys a little bit of a wiggle as per usual, but you can't really see it because of the lighting in my bedroom. It was pretty dull. You can kind of see a little glimmer, and I try to twist the planner to show you, but it doesn't really capture it in all its beauty. But I mean, look, it's really pretty, and I really, really love how it turned out. So I hope you guys do too. I'm taking you through the kit leftovers, and then I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, I will leave it here, and I will see you guys all in my next video. If you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you very soon. Bye everyone.